Climate change has led to decreased water levels the world over, and these have led to some pretty interesting discoveries of relics that used to be submerged. Join Viewcation as we explore the strangest things that have been found in dried-up lakes. Old Nazi warships. The Danube River is the second longest in all of Europe, though it's been subject to some changing water levels as of late due to drought. These have revealed some pretty interesting treasures that lie at the bottom of the river. Specifically, these were found in the water near the port town of Prahovo. The treasures found at the bottom of the river include dozens of old Nazi warships used during World War II. While this find has definitely caught the attention of historians, there's also a caveat. Some officials believe that these antique warships may be housing some firepower, and this could pose a danger to local residents. The Danube River has been used for travel for a long time, but changing water levels have recently made it more difficult for ships to pass through. The decreasing water levels have led to dredging, which has helped ships continue to make it through. Many believe that the Nazi warships lining the Danube were left over from an incident where Nazi forces were fleeing Soviet forces. Dinosaur tracks in Texas. Long before the Nazis, there was another tyrannical force that ruled over the Earth. Dinosaurs have always been interesting to us, but there are decidedly few opportunities to know what they were really like. Besides fossils, one of the best ways for us to see what it was like for dinosaurs is by looking at preserved footprints. Some of the most well-preserved dinosaur footprints in the world can be found at Dinosaur Valley State Park in Texas. This is especially true in the wake of the area's changing water levels. For a long time, Dinosaur Valley State Park has been known as the home of some fantastically preserved dinosaur footprints, but up until recently they were mostly underwater. Changing water levels have made it so that the formerly submerged prints are now fully exposed. There are plenty of dinosaur footprints around the world, but few are quite as breathtaking as the ones found at Dinosaur Valley State Park. Hunger stones in Germany. Unless you're exceptionally well-versed in history, there's a good chance you don't know what a hunger stone is. Back in the day, they were used as memorials for people who died during famines. In recent years, there have been some notable hunger stones uncovered from changing water levels. 2 such stones have been found in the Czech town of Decin. Spanish Stonehenge. Everybody is likely already familiar with the famous landmark of Stonehenge in the UK, but there's a similar landmark in Spain that has managed to stay far less notable. The reason that Spanish Stonehenge has flown under the radar is because the landmark has spent the majority of recent years underwater. Since the 1960s, it's been said there have only been around 4 times that Spanish Stonehenge has been visible. But recent changing water levels have helped out with the visibility of this Stonehenge a great deal. Of course, Spanish Stonehenge isn't its real name. The landmark's real name is the Dolmen of Guadalperal. The Dolmen of Guadalperal has been standing for several thousands of years, many believing the landmark dates back to around 5000 BC. Unexploded World War II bomb in Italy. Another notable World War II-era find was uncovered along the Po River, located in Mead, Italy. The discovery made along the riverbed was a 1,000-pound bomb dating back to the days of the global conflict. Understandably, the discovery of the bomb made a lot of locals nervous. Thankfully, it didn't result in anyone accidentally setting the explosive off. Ancient Buddhist statues. The remnants of World War II that have been uncovered as a result of changing water levels is certainly interesting, but also frightening. Those looking for more positive anthropological discoveries can look to China, where several Buddhist statues from ancient times have been uncovered. These have been uncovered along the Yangtze, which is the largest river in Asia. Like the Danube, the Yangtze has some significant problems with water levels in recent years. Once again, these have led to some discoveries. A formerly submerged island has now peeked its head above the water once again. This wouldn't have been particularly notable if it weren't for the fact that the island is home to 3 ancient Buddhist statues. The discovery was made in the Chongqing area of China towards the southwest region of the country. The statues are believed to be around 600 years old, and they depict 3 monks intended to keep a watchout over the river. Though the specific age of the statues hasn't been decided, they were certainly built at some point during China's Ming Dynasty. That lasted from 1368 to 1644. a Spanish ghost village. Along the Lemia River in Spain, an entire village was recently uncovered. Of course, the village was long since abandoned on account of the fact that it's been underwater for several decades. It was discovered in the Galicia region of the country, and it was purposely flooded during the 1990s to create a reservoir. Now that it's back above water, it's become a popular tourist destination. Roman Bridge. Another interesting relic that's recently been uncovered is a bridge that once passed over the Tiber River in Italy. It's said to have been constructed all the way back in 50 AD, and its construction was said to have been demanded by the Emperor Nero. Numerous discoveries in Lake Mead. There have been recent discoveries made in Lake Mead. It's a reservoir formed by the creation of the Hoover Dam. Though it's located along the Colorado River, it resides in the states of Nevada and Arizona. Lake Mead has long since been considered one of the most impressive bodies of water in the region, but water levels along the reservoir have been receding. It's certainly not a great thing that water levels of Lake Mead and other notable bodies of water have been decreasing, but the decreasing water levels have yielded the discoveries of some pretty amazing treasures. And at the same time, there have also been some nasty discoveries. In the summer of 2022, a barrel was discovered that was found to contain human remains. There have been interesting things as a result of Lake Mead's decreasing water levels. For example, there have been numerous shipwrecks that have been uncovered over the years. Some of these were several decades old upon being discovered. For the most part, they consisted of small fishing vessels. But there are a few bigger ones as well. Other interesting remnants that have been found in Lake Mead include the remains of a B-29 Super Fortress plane. This is another World War II era relic. And before its recent discovery, it was long believed that the plane resided somewhere in the lake. It was shot down over the lake some time ago but never found. The cockpit was perfectly preserved, making it a very interesting discovery. Other interesting Lake Mead discoveries include a cement plant and a frontier town. The cement plant was long known to have been submerged in Lake Mead, but it has only been recently uncovered as a result of the changing water levels. It's in the frontier town of St. Thomas, which is also recently uncovered. It's a historic site that has been incredibly difficult to visit until recently. Now tourists can enjoy hiking the old frontier town. Now it's time to hear from you. What was the most surprising thing on this list of things discovered? Let us know in the comments section below.